So, dear students of BA Part 1 doing their honors in English, at first a very warm morning to all of you. Now, the weather is changing, Saraswati Puja is very near, and you people have started preparing for that particular puja, that is Saraswati Puja. However, the Saraswati Puja of the student means his studies. When he studies properly, when he does justice to his studies, it means he is doing Saraswati Puja, he is worshipping the goddess Saraswati, because goddess of Saraswati is very kind, she is very sympathetic, she loves the students who works hard, who studies hard, and when a student studies hard, she can't be callous, she can't be stone-hearted to that particular student. So, if you want to have the grace of that gracious goddess Saraswati, you have to labor hard, you have to work hard. Now, friends, in my previous videos, as I remember, I have discussed, or I have tried to discuss, sometimes threadbarely, sometimes in a nutshell or briefly, the history of English language and literature. And in those videos of mine, and if you have gone through those videos, if you have taken pains to listen to those videos, you might have come to know that English language has its origin in the mid of 5th century, and from that particular period, that is the 5th century, English language has started its journey, and that journey of that English language is still continued, is still on. And in its journey, English language has got so many milestone achievements rather. So we will discuss those milestone achievements later on. But as I have told you that in Old English period there were 4 dialects, that is Northumbrian, Mercian, West Saxon and Kentish, and when we come to Middle English, there are 5 dialects: Northern, Southern, East Midland, West Midland and Kentish. And when you talk of Modern English, there is no dialect. In Modern English, we have only a standard form of English language, that is known as RP English or British English or RP dialect. So that is the standardized English, that is the standardization of English language. But in Old English period, we have no doubt, Old English period is a very dark age as far as literary works or literary activities are concerned, and the reason behind it is very much told to you people, and the very reason was the lack of the court patronage, since the writers writing in English language did not get any sarkari sahayata, any help from the court, and it was very not possible for them to carry on literary activities in English. As you know, Latin was the most important, Latin was the royal language at that particular पीरियड. उस समय जो था वो लैटिन भाषा ही सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट भाषा मानी जाती थी, वही राजकाज की भाषा होती थी, वही रॉयल्टी की भाषा होती थी, यानी कि राज परिवार की भाषा होती थी. तो दूसरी भाषाओं में जो लिखने वाले लोग थे, खासकर अंग्रेजी में, क्योंकि इंग्लिश हैज इट्स ओरिजिन एट दैट टाइम, सो इट वाज अ वेरी वेरी कॉमन लैंग्वेज, इट वाज अ वेरी वेरी सिंपल लैंग्वेज. So people were not so much interested in writing in English, and no help was provided to the persons who desired to write in English. Therefore, we have very few works, very few works in English literature in that particular period. But we have that one particular work, that is Beowulf, and it is considered to be the great work of Old English period. However, Widsith, the complaint of Deor, Beowulf, etc. are some of the poems of Anglo-Saxon period. Means beside Beowulf, we have Widsith, we have the Complaint of Deor, the Ruined Burg, the Wife's Complaint, the Wanderer, etc. are some of the elegies of this period. But the very important, the most important work that comes to our mind when we talk of the literary activities or literature of Old English period is Beowulf. जो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट नाम आता है वो नाम आता है बियोउल्फ का. एंड बियोउल्फ इज एन एपिक पोएम. It is an epic poem written in approximately 3000 lines. Near about 3000 lines are there. So Beowulf जो कविता है वो एक महाकाव्य है. एपिक पोएम का मतलब होता है महाकाव्य. We will discuss later on what is an epic. So this poem consists of near about 3000 lines. So it is a marathon poem, you can say. And this poem talks of Beowulf. The poem reveals to us the culture and the society of that primitive age, of that ancient period rather you can say. वो जो ancient period है, वो जो primitive age है, primitive age का मतलब हुआ कि when civilization has not got the touch of modernity, you can say. It has not got the touch of knowledge, है ना, touch of knowledge rather. So it was the primitive age. So of course in primitive age also there was the society. So that society has its own culture, it has its own civilization, it has its own rule, it has its own law, own rules and regulations. So all these things are being told or are being reflected in that particular work. And this work is chivalrous work rather, adventurous task. The poem describes the adventurous task performed by Beowulf. Beowulf नाम का जो व्यक्ति है वो जो एडवेंचरस टास्क जो पूरा करता है, जो परफॉर्म करता है, जो उसके भीतर शिवलरी है, जो शिवलरियस एटीट्यूड है उसका. तो the poem talks about, the poem tells about, the poem describes all those things. So the poem tells about the visit of Beowulf to the court of King Hrothgar of Denmark. Denmark नाम के प्लेस का एक राजा है and his name is Hrothgar, Horthgar. Beowulf visits his court and the poem describes the visit of Beowulf to his court. जो पोएम है उस पोएम में डिस्क्रिप्शन है कि how the man Beowulf, a robust man having a robust body, a warlike man you can say, visits the king Hrothgar of Denmark, and he goes there or he visits that Danish king just to help him, because that Danish king was very much troubled by the monster and his name is Grendel, Grendel you can say, Grendel. So Grendel was the monster who used to trouble the Danish king, who used to exploit the subject, the people of that king. So Danish king has sought help from Beowulf, and Beowulf visits him to provide him relief from the fear, from the torture of great monster that is Grendel. And the poem describes a tough fight between Beowulf and the monster that is Grendel, and in that tough fight Grendel was killed. Grendel passes away. So he overcomes Grendel and also kills his mother when she tries to avenge the death of her son. So when Grendel was killed, when Grendel was defeated and killed by Beowulf, Grendel's mother tries to take revenge, tries to avenge the killing of her son, and that mother of Grendel was also killed. She was also defeated and she was also killed. But so, as I have told you, there are more than 3,000 lines. The poem is divided into two halves, you can say. The first half describes the visit of Beowulf to the court of Hrothgar. It also describes the tough fight that goes on between Grendel and Beowulf, and later on between Beowulf and the mother of Grendel. And the second half of the poem deals with Beowulf as the king of Geats. जो दूसरा पार्ट है उसका, उस पोएम का, बियोवुल्फ का, उसमें दिखाया जाता है कि द किंग वूज, यानी कि बियोवुल्फ वाज द किंग ऑफ गेट्स, रादर वो उस प्लेस का राजा है. एंड एट दैट टाइम ही इज प्रेजेंटेड एज एन ओल्ड मैन. वो उस समय जो उस कविता में दिखाया जाता है उसको ओल्ड मैन के रूप में दिखाया जाता है. बट हिज ओन किंगडम इज अटैक्ड बाय ए फायरी ड्रैगन. सेकेंड हाफ में, जब आप सेकेंड हाफ उस पोएम को देखेंगे तो यू विल सी दैट द किंगडम ऑफ बियोवुल्फ वाज अटैक्ड बाय ए फायरी ड्रैगन. एक ड्रैगन है, एक मॉन्स्टर, एक राक्षस है. वो फायरी है, करने का मतलब है कि उसके मुंह से आग निकलती है, करने का मतलब वो आग निकालने वाला है. क्योंकि सिंस ऑल दिस पोएम डील्स विद मेडाइवल टाइम, प्रिमिटिव टाइम यू कैन से. So at that time, all these things were very common. Adventure, superstition, religion, religious orthodoxy, you can say. A dragon vomiting fire, rather. If you talk all these things, if you talk about all these things at present time, in the scientific era, in the scientific age, naturally people will laugh at you. It will become a matter of laughing stock, rather. It will be laughed at, it will be mocked at, it will be jeered at, you can say. लोग उसका मजाक उड़ाएंगे. But at that time, people used to enjoy such stories, such adventurous stories, rather. The dragon. Then once again, since Beowulf, however, he has become old, but he is a very strong king. He is a very strong person. So just he fights tooth and nail against that fiery dragon, and that fiery dragon is killed. He has been defeated, but unfortunately Beowulf is mortally wounded in that struggle, in that fight. वो जो ड्रैगन था, जो फायरी ड्रैगन है, वो तो मर ही जाता है. लेकिन दुर्भाग्य कहिए कि उस संघर्ष में, उस फाइट में जो बियोवुल्फ साहब है, बियोवुल्फ जो है वो भी मॉर्टली वुंडेड होता है. मॉर्टली वुंडेड का मतलब हो गया कि जो उसको घाव लगते हैं, दैट वुंड टेक्स हिज लाइफ एंड ही पासेस अवे, ही डाइज. सो बियोवुल्फ fights tooth and nail, but ultimately that fight takes the toll of his life also. After Beowulf and the works which I have discussed with you people just few minutes ago, the literary activities come to a very standstill, rather. And we are talking of Old English period, or rather Middle English period. And Chaucer comes to the literary world of English in 14th century. Chaucer अंग्रेजी भाषा और साहित्य का जो आकाश है, उस आकाश पे छाते हैं कब? 14th century में छाते हैं. And English language has started in the mid of 5th century. आप खुद सोचिए, 449 ईसा मसीह के जन्म के 449वें वर्ष अंग्रेजी का जन्म होता है. और चौसर आते हैं. चौसर knocks. Chaucer knocks at the gate of, at the literary door of English literature in 14th century. 14th century का मतलब होता है 1300 to 1400, and he has his birth in 1340. 1340 में उनका जन्म होता है और अंग्रेजी का जन्म हो जाता है 449 में. तो 449 यानी कि 450 मान के आप चलिए, टेक इट एज 450. तो 450 से फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर पीरियड अप टू 1340 you can say we don't have any great writer writing in English. Of course, it is a very surprising fact, you can say. You will be surprised, you will be taken aback to know this. इतने लंबे समय 500 से 600, 600 से 700, 700 से 800, 800 से 900, 900, 1000, 1000, 1100, 1100, 1200, 1200, 1300. इतना लंबा समय, near about 6 or 7 centuries you can say, pass away, and the literary world of English language remains barren. There is no fertility. And then comes Chaucer. And Chaucer, as you know, Chaucer is considered to be the father of both modern English language and literature. चौसर को मॉडर्न इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज एंड लिटरेचर का पिता कहा जाता है, जनक कहा जाता है. Who is a पिता?
Chaucer.
Who is a पिता? When you say that Chaucer is the father of English language, the very question that might rise, that might crop up in your mind, who is a पिता? Who is a father? So a father is a person who gives birth. A father is a person who fosters, who brings up his child, his children, you can say. पिता वही होता है ना जो एक बच्चे को जन्म देता है, उसका पालन पोषण करता है, उसको आगे बढ़ाता है, उसके ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट की बात करता है. Chaucer does the same to English. It seems that English language is the baby, is the child of Chaucer. No doubt, it is not Chaucer who has given birth to English literature. ध्यान दीजिएगा, क्योंकि इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज का जन्म तो मिड 5th सेंचुरी में ही एंग्लो सैक्सन्स के स्पीच के द्वारा हो गया. नहीं, एंग्लो सैक्सन्स का स्पीच जो जर्मनिक और टेउटोनिक लैंग्वेज था comes to the contact to the Celtic language, and a new variety of speech comes into existence that was known as English and later on English. But from that period up to this period, that English is a you can say coarse English, C-O-A-R-S-E, not soft, not sophisticated. There was no standard form of English. मैं आपको बार बार समझा रहा हूँ. There was no standard form of English language up to Chaucer. There were dialects. And in Chaucer's time, there were 5 dialects: Northern, Southern, East Midland, West Midland, and Kentish. Northern, Southern, East Midland, West Midland, and Kentish. These were the 5 different dialects being used in English throughout the European countries, you can say. It was Chaucer who chose East Midland dialect for his work, for his literary activities. There might be some political reasons also, there might be some geographical reasons also behind Chaucer's selecting this dialect, that is East Midland dialect. And Chaucer started polishing. Chaucer does a yeoman service, yeoman, yeoman service, as far as modern English language and literature is concerned. Chaucer goes on chiseling that dialect, northern, southern, East Midland dialect. He goes on chiseling the East Midland dialect. So if you try to go through the works before Chaucer, however, no doubt, in Chaucer's works also we find the impact of Old English period. We find the impact of Old English also. Therefore, it is not an easy task to understand the works of Chaucer. चौसर के वर्क को समझना, उनके पोएम्स को समझना इतना आसान नहीं होता है, क्योंकि चौसर, no doubt, he is considered to be the father of both modern English language and literature. He has the impact of Old English upon him. So he has used in so many cases Old English words. But if you try to go through the works, go through the poems before Chaucer, it will be a teddy kid. It will be very tough. And we, the students, have to prepare. The students have to do a special preparation for understanding the works of that particular period. So, through this video of mine, I have tried my level best to lit up your curiosity regarding Chaucer. Now, in my later videos, I will try to discuss threadbarely about this great literary giant or great literary or mighty signature of English language and literature, that is Chaucer. But you should also go through your books. You should also go through about Chaucer, as you people have the books, that is History of English Language and Literature, with you. So we will meet again through the video. Till then, have a very nice time, very sweet time. God bless you all.